Hey guys, Viggoman here and welcome back to another episode from Osterham. I really do hope that you guys are doing great. I know I am. Christmas is right around the corner and I just wanted to wish you a very happy holiday. If you enjoyed today's episode, consider leaving a like as a simple Christmas present for me. I would really appreciate it. Anyway, today we are building so many things and the city is growing at a really fast pace. What we're doing today is we're building a couple more houses surrounding the area that we worked on in the previous episode, and we're almost finishing it. There's a couple more houses I want to do here, but the main building for today, which is just super awesome, I'm so happy with this one, is the bank. The main bank of Osterham, but also the main bank of Gelia. We're also adding some greenery and some parks and stuff just to make the city come alive. I really want for you guys to take partition in building the city here, or at least feel like you're able to come with ideas and change the appearance of the city with your comments and feedback. So I would like to ask you, what part of the city do you want to see next? What part of the city do you feel like we should build soon? Just leave me a comment down below with that. And I also want to just take you through a little bit of the plan I'm currently having here. I'm expecting that 20 episodes would be enough to build the inner part of the city. That means the part that's enclosed by the city walls. Then we're just going to go a couple of episodes for the castle, and then probably 10 more episodes for the outlying city area with the port and all that sort of stuff as well. My idea is that once we get to episode 20, and hopefully by that time we're done with inner city, I'll move over to a different project, a different style, just to kind of refresh my mind a little bit, and then we'll go back and do the castle here, and then maybe we'll move over to another little small project, and then back to the last part of the city. So it's going to be working on this for a while, but I think that's a great way of kind of staying motivated and kind of come back with new energy and new inspiration, and just make sure that this city here just stays top notch at all times. Look how big my baby is getting. I just love looking at the city evolve. The way each and every house just adds a little bit to the overall feeling of the city here. And as you can see, we clearly did a lot for this northern section of the city here. Let's open up the map and let that load out so you can see kind of where we're at. That took forever, but the map finally loaded. And as you can see, we have been working on the northern part here next to the ruined castle. And very soon there are 3 more houses planned for this section here. And then I'm trying to figure out what to do with this, the bailey in front of the ruined castle. And once that is done, we're all complete done with the northern part, and then we'll only have like this little section on the left alongside the wall here left, and then a little bit of stuff over here. So the city is growing rapidly, which is awesome. From here we can see the bank, which is this building here, looking pretty fancy. Then we have a tower over here, and then 2 diagonal buildings in the back there, and then this building here. So in general we did quite a bit, I would say. Let's start with the bank, because that is the most fancy looking building, the most exciting looking building. So what I tried to do, and I know the building is very weird, but I've come to peace with it, so should you. But I think it looks very fancy, and I tried to kind of take inspiration from real world banks and then make that into the style we have for Osterham. So it's a little weird. Yeah, weird is the best name. But what we have is this section here. We have the standard bank looking style where we have these pillars and then this massive porch, or I don't know, the gable in the front here. But then I decided to add a tower to make it look fancy, as we have with a lot of these fancy buildings in the city. And then also kind of working with this kind of more ornate looking windows. What I think is a really cool feature is that this facade is on a different angle than the other part of the building here, which just makes this building here very unique, and it creates a really cool like flow to the streets here eventually. I'm gonna do like a big gate here below the temple, which takes us into the crypts and stuff below here. So that's gonna be awesome. So I'm gonna try to like make this a really cool area once you kind of come in through the main gate. You can look up there, we have the bank, we have the temple, and then a massive gate there eventually. It's gonna look super duper cool. But let's take a quick look at the inside of the bank here, shall we? To come in here, it's massive and grand. I like it. There's a desk right here, and then there's two doors, metal doors on either side there, and then there's like this staircase which takes us up to the second floor. So nothing too fancy happening here, but we have a little water feature just to kind of prove the wealth. And then we have this door here, and I have like an auto pass here to go through, but you guys and thieves and stuff should not be able to go through this metal door, but I can. Which takes us to a part of the back where we have registers of all the transactions and was stored where. And this is like the public bank. So the idea is that basically you just write down what you have put into the bank, and you can withdraw that like a normal bank. It's not your exact coin, but you have put in 10 coins, you can come in and get 10 coins. So here we have like a vault of just coins, gold coins, so they just stack all of that in here, which is really cool. And then yeah, this is for everyone's coins. And then next to that we have like for treasures or like other things. So we have gold bars, probably like expensive oils and things, emeralds, you know. Lovely vaulted ceilings in here. So yeah, we have like two community vaults you could pick from. And then if we go back here, this is always tricky. There we go. We can continue over to this side where we have another door which takes us down, and here we have private vaults. So this would be for the 3 richest families of the city. They have each their own vault, and we can come into, and this is where they store their private stuff. So yeah, different kind of stuff for everything. Here we have a very unique and mysterious looking box. Nobody really knows what's inside it. Kind of scary in my opinion. And then yeah, another one of these, which is cool. And then we can try to go back through here and back up, and I'll show you the upstairs of the bank real quick as well. So we go through here, up and around, and then we get to this little balcony thingy here. And from here we can go over this way, and then we have like areas for the employees to work. So desks for them to take notes and do math and kind of calculate the economy and stuff, which is cool. And then over here we have like a meeting room where they can sit and have meetings and discuss how things are going. And then offices for the leads in here, the bosses and stuff. They could they have their own little offices here, which is quite cool. And then from here there is a little like this extension here, which I forgot to do the ceiling here. Well, which takes us up to here, and from here we can get to on top of the roof here. And here we have battlements, and that is if there ever was a siege or some kind of rebellion, they would have guards. They could come up here and they could actually defend this. So as you can see, we have crenellations here, matriculations, so you could stand up here and defend the bank quite well as well. So a really cool looking bank. Love the tower there, and here we have like this turret looking thing as well. Really cool details. And then here in the narrow street we have 3 more buildings, the 2 diagonals and then the tower. The uppermost diagonal building here is for a jam maker. So if we go in here we get to some jam stores, and there's jars of all sort of jams. And from here we can go to the back, and we have a little garden where it's growing berries and all sort of stuff to make jam. And of course we would probably buy some jams or have some fields outside as well, but this is like its private production here. This goes to the back here as well, little hidden away back alley area. And then upstairs we have the family living quarters and all that stuff. The second diagonal building here is divided into 2. So there is a shop in the first floor which you could like rent or I guess make a shop out of. So what we have here is just a little separated shop from everything. This guy here is an apothecary. He sells like medicines and all sort of potions and things. So it's just like a small shop here. But the idea is that this house here is actually for the head priest of the temple, which is just behind here. I think we'll see the temple if we go through here. Yes, look at that. So this building here is actually for the priest, and then the tower is adjacent to that, kind of connected to this. And that's why we have this park or beautiful garden in the back here with a little fountain, and then there's a private shrine here in the back for worship, and then just some trees and stuff to make it look really, really pretty. And then yeah, so it's really cool with this tower where we have the arch kind of separating it, and we have like this religious kind of painting on the side here, and really cool looking towers, or windows I mean. And yeah, I think it frames this area well, adds a little bit of excitement to the skyline, and also kind of hides the fact that this building here is built on a weird angle. So I think just kind of yeah, covering up the weirdness of these buildings here a little bit really does help. But let's check out the inside really quick as well. So you come in here, and the first floor is mainly for studying. So there should be a couple of other people living here that can or help with like reading and stuff. And then we go up here. On the left side, we have like parts of the priest's private chambers that are used for like communication and discussing and, you know, counseling and stuff. So we have this wonderful looking room. This is super duper fancy. And then yeah, some sitting areas and all that sort of stuff. But then we go through here, we have like a kitchen, yeah, all that sort of stuff. And then there's just like more and more things happening up here. Here we have private chambers. I think this is, yeah, this is the master bedroom, looking pretty fancy. And then yeah, all this sort of stuff. But here we get into like the top part of the tower. This is just like a hallway. I think it looks really cool. And then we can go all the way up here, and we have another counseling room. And then we're back at like this square here where we have the well and the other buildings from the previous episode, where I've added another building which I think turned out great. It's here, the white building just built next to the inn here and the innkeeper's house, and it's just fitting this place very well. And I think this area is going to be one of my favorites once we get all the houses in here, just kind of framing everything. I think it's going to look really, really cool. Alright, this building here is for a butcher, and there's an apartment in here as well, so for someone to rent. So really liking this here. We have this stone foundation here with some nice ornate windows and decorations, and we have this colorful border here pattern just to add some life to this place. And then we have this wattle and daub top, which yeah, is unique, looking pretty fancy. We go in here, we have a big shop for the butcher, where we have here you can buy meats by the kilos or whatever measurement they use, and then we have some sausages and stuff up here. You can buy stuff like for, yeah, spicing it up, or I don't know, all kind of things. And then here's a little like workshop area for him, and this is just like, let's say you want this piece of meat but you just want half of it, you can just quickly bring it over here, chop it up, and then sell it. But in the back we have like the main area here. We have where he kind of does most of the work. It's a little area, but it works. In here we have a hallway, we have a staircase which takes us down, and I think I need to bring myself some light because I don't think you'll be able to see this. No. Can I? How can I show you? Let's get a glowstone. That's the best way. Glowstone. That way, like that, you can see. So here we have, in the basement, we have an area for storing some of the meat, and we have some ice here, which is brought in from the mountains. So I'll make an area for selling ice eventually as well. But yeah, a little storage area back down here, which is cool. And then back out in this way, we have the kitchen. A new design for the oven here. I think it's pretty fancy looking. And then upstairs we have all sorts of things. So the first thing we'll come into is this beautiful looking hallway, which takes us into the living room and the feast hall, where we have a sitting area, some big arched windows, and some fireplace and all that sort of stuff. I think the way this room opens up is pretty fancy. And then in here we have the master bedroom for the parents, and yeah, the butcher and his wife will be staying here in this master bedroom. Upstairs, real quick, we have in here we have some like the living room, just like, yeah, a small desk and stuff to play at. And then we have the toilet in here where yeah, they do their thing. And then some storage. I bet you barely can see this right now. And then on the opposite side of this place, we have an apartment, a small apartment for someone to rent. You come in here, there's 2 beds, a simple wall to separate this place where we have the kitchen, the eating area, and then in here we have a small bedroom as well with a double bed, and then we have this crib design I came up with for a baby, which is really, really cute. And then upstairs there's nothing too fancy happening, but we have storage in here. We have bedrooms for the kids of the butcher. We have more beds in here, a little bathtub as well. And then all the way up here in the attic we just have some storage. In the back of the butcher's place we have some private fields. So we have some turnips, and then we have some, I think these are beans growing. So there's 2 small fields. And then we also have a pen for some pigs or other animals he would later slaughter. I should probably add like a big of a bench back here, like a bigger bench for slaughtering. I'll have to do that in between the episodes. Totally forgot about that. But yeah, so what I want to do here eventually is that all of these houses will have their own private back alley where they have some farms, similar to what we did over at the other place. And with all that, I think I've shown you everything there is to show for today's episode. I really do hope that you enjoyed. If so, make sure to smack that like button, and if you haven't done it already, make sure to subscribe. It's been Viggoman, and I'm out.